Buongiorno ragazzi e benvenuti a Valentino su Ristorante Sardegna. Okay, so in today's pasta dish, what we're actually going to do is the classic Amatriciana. Now the Amatriciana derives from a place called Lazio. It's very simple ingredients, packed full of flavour. The traditional dish is usually done with a bucatini. Bucatini is like a spaghetti shape but with a hole in through the middle. But when we're talking about fresh pasta, it's a little bit difficult to do the bucatini. So what we're going to use is spaghetti. We're going to make fresh spaghetti Amatriciana. So today's ingredients, in order to make the pasta, the spaghetti, we're just using fine 00 flour, and then that is going to be combined with 1 egg, whole egg, and then I'm going to do 3 egg yolks. Then moving on to the sauce, again very simple, humble, delicious. The classic dish again would be the guanciale, the cheek. But what we're using today is pancetta, which would be the belly. And then we're going to use some fresh pecorino cheese, Italian peeled tomatoes which have been blended, so it's basically a passata, Italian passata. Just a little bit of fresh parsley, chuck some chili in there as well, and just some fresh basil to give it some extra flavour. Let's get on with the spaghetti. In goes our flour. Touch of salt in there because we don't want it to be bland. 1 egg. We're going to separate the yolk from the white. In. 2. Last one. 3. Just going to whisk that up. And slowly, just going to go in with our egg. A little bit of olive oil goes in. We let the dough come together, knead it, cling film, let it rest for at least 30 minutes, then we get onto the sauce. On the fire. So what we want to try and do is get this lovely pancetta nice and crispy, and I'm actually going to put it in the pan cold. So I want to let it heat up so it can render the fat down and then crispen it up nicely. So then when you actually render the fat in the pan and let all the flavours come out of the pancetta, that's where the majority of the flavour comes from, the Amatriciana. A little bit of olive oil just to get it going. The Amatriciana is a dish that's been on our menu for well over 10 years. We have been here coming up to almost 20 years. We added on the little Ristorante Sardegna because we specialise also in Sardinian food. But this is just a classic Italian dish, but the flavours, when done right, are incredible. The pancetta is going lovely and crispy, and all this flavour coming onto the pan is all wonderful flavour released from the pancetta, from the fat, and this is crisping up nicely. So just before adding in the tomato, I want to deglaze it a little bit with white wine there, and then as usual, as you should, I'm going to reduce down the alcohol, let it hug the pancetta. The wine will turn into this lovely glaze, and it attaches to the pancetta and just adds this amazing flavour to the pancetta. Look how amazing that pancetta looks. Another level, that's another level of flavour there. Now in with the tomato, pomodoro, passata, elate. Okay, reduce the consistency down. Then we're going to add some fresh parsley, put a little bit of the chili in there as well, just to give it a little bit of a kick. If you really want to intensify the flavour of the chili, before you add the tomato, add the chili in, fry around with the pancetta just for a little bit, just for a minute, and then you add in the pomodoro. That will really intensify the chili and make it that little bit hotter. But I'm not that much of a macho man. I just put a little bit in with tomatoes, it's just got this little kick and it doesn't burn my mouth off. We're dusting not with the 00 flour, we're dusting with semola flour. Always wrap up the second part of the dough. Flatten the dough, let it help through the machine. First set in. Fold it over like usual. Lovely. One more time, do the first setting. Let me slowly adjust one at a time. Now, if you want this pasta to be a little bit al dente, which in my opinion should be, then we're going to take it to about a 5. And again. I'm just going to go up one more. So it's the last one. I like my fresh pasta to have a little bit of a bite to it, not to be too soft. So on that last setting, I'm just going to put it through one more time, just to confirm the thickness. Here we are. So this now will be the length of our spaghetti. So it's going to even it out here. So I pretty much want it to be about halfway. That's how long I want my spaghetti to be. So we're going to go in the middle here. Then we're going to flour this here and leave it there. And then I'm going to create the other pasta sheets. Roll this other one out, finish the dough. So we crack on with the other pasta sheets. Then I'm going to change the attachment, we put it to the spaghetti. Halfway, nice length, in the middle. There we are, that's our 4 pasta sheets. Should be enough for about 2 to 3 people. Now we change the attachment. Spaghetti attachment on. And there we have it. Fresh spaghetti. How wonderful is that? Keep them all together. There we go. And that is our fresh spaghetti. Boiling water. Do not forget to salt it. Into the water. Again, it's very thin, so this is only literally going to take a few minutes. That's the consistency we want. Stunning. Just going to take a little bit of that pasta water there and add it in. A decent amount of black pepper. Don't hold back with this. Now you don't need too much salt because naturally the pancetta is also very salty cured kind of meat. It's got to be one of my favorite classic dishes. Bit of fresh parsley. Chop some fresh parsley here. In with that. How beautiful does that look? Oh. Straight from the water into the pan. I want some of that water, I want it to go in there. That's that beautiful starchy water which brings the sauce to the pasta, makes them love and hug each other. A little bit of pecorino. Again, and we just bring it all together. Just gonna go here on the plate and do a nice lengthways like this. Look at that. Wow. That is stunning. Just letting it fall on top. Wow. how we make our stunning spaghetti alla matriciana. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Ci vediamo.